Hey guys, wanted to jump on and do a quick little video. Sorry, I look like a hot mess, you guys. I am so tired. I am fresh off of a 3-day, got in last night, 11:45, was supposed to get in at 9, ended up circling for an hour and a half over Denver because they closed one of the runways. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm so tired. This trip literally wore me out. I wanted to do this video for you guys, but I also did not feel like getting dressed, so here we are. I wanted to come and share some news with you guys. So I read somewhere, can't really say where, but read between the lines, that we are going to be hiring again. We are going to be hiring again in January, and the rumor, everything that I say is going to be a rumor or allegedly, until it is officially announced. The rumor is we are going to be hiring 2,000 new flight attendants. That is a lot of flight attendants. So with that said, if you did not get in on the last round of hiring because either for whatever reason you missed it, I know the applications were not up long, you definitely want to prep and get ready now, because I have a feeling that because they're hiring 2,000 this go round, this is probably going to be it for a while. So if Southwest is your dream and it's where you want to be, I would highly suggest making sure that you have all of your ducks in a row so that you do not miss this wave of hiring in January. When in January it's going to happen, I have no idea. They usually don't let us know until 2 or 3 days before. We'll usually get an internal memo, or they'll open it up to internals first and then externals. But as soon as they let us know and as soon as they give us the green light that we can share it publicly, I will of course let you guys know. I will post it in the community. I will post it on TikTok, so follow me there, and I will also jump on and make a quick video letting you guys know to apply. But with that said, with the applications coming up or opening up soon, I wanted to do a video because this is a question that I get asked often, is either why does my application always get rejected, or what can I do to make my application stronger? And so I wanted to address those questions because I want to make sure you guys are fully prepared come January, okay? So the very first thing I will say is, if you are applying for not only Southwest, but any of these airlines, if you're applying for these airlines and you notice that you submit your application and then instantly within the same day or 2 days, your application is getting rejected, it's more than likely not your resume or your application, your job experience. It's more than likely a question that you answered incorrectly, either because you didn't know or because you misread the question, okay? I've had so many people reach out to me and they've been like, I submitted my application or resume and I got rejected instantly. And I say, send me your application, because you can go back in and you can see exactly what you submitted. And I tell them to send it to me. And sure enough, 99.9% of the time, it's a question that they answered incorrectly. Why? Because they did not take the time to slow down and fully read the questions. You guys, sometimes when they're listing these questions, it'll be a series of questions where you're answering yes, 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 yes. And they'll throw in a random question, not random. It's not like they're trying to trick you. It's just the way the questions are laid out, okay? So all of your responses will be yes, yes. Do you have a passport? Yes. Are you a US citizen? Yes. Are you over the age of 18? Yes. Do you have a criminal background? You accidentally click yes because you did not read all the way through, when the question really needs you to answer no, because they're not about to hire you if you're a criminal. We know that you're not a criminal. You know that you're not a criminal, but they don't know that because you answered the question incorrectly. Or I have a lot of people that say, the question will ask, do you have a passport, or are you willing to get one prior to being hired? And they will say no. The answer is yes. No, you don't have one now, but yes, you are willing to get one. And the way the question is worded, you may accidentally hit no when the answer should be yes, okay? Another question is, are you willing to relocate? If you're applying for a flight attendant position, I hate to break it to you, the chances of you getting in your base are probably slim to none. So you're going to need to be willing to relocate to any of the bases that they service. Say yes and deal with it later, okay? But if you answer no to that, that's gonna automatically kick your application out, okay? So if your application is getting rejected, it's more than likely not your resume or your experience. It's just you're not answering the questions correctly. So slow down, okay? And make sure that you are fully reading the question all the way through before you are hitting yes or no, okay? That's the first thing. The next tip I want to give you guys is, unfortunately, this isn't the 90s anymore where you submit your resume and somebody in HR or a recruiter sits there and they read your resume. You guys, these airlines are getting I know when I applied, Southwest got 40,000 applications within the first hour, okay? A recruiter, an HR person is not reading through 40,000 applications or resumes. I guarantee you, okay? You know who is? AI and a computer. And if your resume is not written correctly to have the keywords that are necessary to pass these ATS or these application tracking systems, your application and resume is never going to get reviewed by a recruiter. I don't care what kind of experience you had. I'll circle back to this, but just to give you guys a story. I had a girl who hired me to rewrite her resume for her. She had been with the Ritz-Carlton for 12 years, okay, at their concierge desk. If you know anything about the Ritz-Carlton, they are like prime customer service, hospitality, professionalism, okay? This girl could not understand why she kept getting rejected, not just from Southwest, but all of the airlines with 12 years of experience in hospitality at the Ritz-Carlton of all places, okay? It had nothing to do with her experience. It was the way that her resume was written. And when I looked at her resume, I could tell that she had great experience, but the wording in it was not going to pass the tracking system that these airlines use, okay? So with that said, if you are not a strong resume writer, I highly suggest, here's the thing, if you want to try it yourself, do your first round. If you are constantly applying to airlines and you're not getting in, I can guarantee you it's not your experience, it's the way that your resume is written. And if you really want this job, I would seriously invest in hiring somebody to write your resume for you. With that said, that is a service that I offer. For those of you guys who do not know me or know my background, number one, go back and watch my video about my CJOs, okay? When I originally applied for the airlines, I applied to 10 different airlines, got interviews with every single airline with the exception of one that I applied to, and I got 8 conditional job offers from all of the airlines that I applied from. Delta, Southwest, United, JetBlue, like literally all of the big ones, okay? I work for Southwest now. I've worked for American. I've worked for Piedmont. I've worked for JetBlue. I work for America West. I have the aviation experience, okay? I've worked in supervisor roles. I've worked in gate agent roles, okay? Now I'm in a flight attendant position. In addition to that, being a flight attendant is my fun job, okay? It's not the job that pays my bills. It's the job that I do for fun. My real job is I actually own an advertising and marketing agency. I have an entire staff of people. That means I know how to hire. That means I've looked at resumes, I've interviewed, I've read cover letters. I know what recruiters and people are looking for when they are interviewing people. All of those little tests that you guys have to take, the personality tests, I know exactly how those work because I've issued them myself. I've gone over the results, okay? If you want a resume that is going to get your foot in the door and you do not know how to write one on your own, I would highly suggest prioritizing hiring somebody to do it for you. So I don't want to make this a salesy video, but I do want to just give you guys an overview of what my resume service entails and why it's valuable. Number one, how it works is I will leave a link down below if you're interested. If you're not, no pressure, whatever, take the information that I give you, incorporate it into your resume and redo it yourself. Totally possible, okay? If you want to hire me, this is how it works. You submit your resume. If you have a resume, submit your resume. If you don't have a resume, send me the job titles and the companies that you've worked for the last 10 years because the airlines need to go back 10 years. So you need to be able to account for your work history for the past 10 years, okay? Send me a breakdown of the companies you work for, the titles of the jobs you had, and the dates that you worked there. And also let me know what airline you are interested in applying to. Why? Because it makes a difference. Each airline looks for different things, okay? You need to know what their core values are. You need to know what they prioritize. Granted, yes, all of them prioritize customer service, hospitality, and safety, but it's beyond that, okay? So if you want to target a specific airline, let me know, and I will tailor your resume towards that particular airline. In addition to that, I will also write your cover letter for you, okay? Do you need a cover? Not necessarily, but it definitely helps you stand out. And those keywords also count when your resume and application are going through the ATS system. So the more keywords your resume or your cover letter has, the more opportunities it has to catch what you didn't get in your resume, okay? So while a cover letter is not required, it is definitely helpful, okay? So I will rewrite your cover letter or write a cover letter for you if you do not have one. In addition to that, I will give you a cheat sheet on how to take that exact same resume and cover letter and how to tweak it. Very specific things to say, to tweak it to apply for each of the different airlines. So like, let's say your primary airline is Southwest. I will also give you a very specific cheat sheet based off of your work experience of what to say to target United, to target American, to target JetBlue. I was gonna say Spirit, but we probably want to skip that one because I think they just laid off like half of their flight attendants. So you might want to skip Spirit, as well as SkyWest as a regional, because they're probably the most popular regional airline that most people go with, okay? So you will also get that. So if for some reason you don't get Southwest, or you miss the application period for Southwest, or you just want to apply for all of them, you will be able to tweak your resume to apply for all of that. In addition to that, with the goal of you guys getting a virtual interview and an in-person interview, I'm also going to give you a list of 35 questions, okay, interview questions that you should know. And I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to build out the answers for you based on the STAR method, based off of your work experience and your resume, okay? So if you have been a nanny for the past 10 years, I'm going to give you an answer in the STAR method about tell me about a time you went above and beyond in your employment based off of you being a nanny, and I'm going to answer it for you in the STAR method, okay? I'm going to give you 35 questions like that. If you are a construction worker, I'm going to give you 35 questions where you can say how you went above and beyond or how you prioritize safety as a construction worker based off of your resume, okay? You will submit all of this to me. I will send everything to you. You will have 3 days to review it. If you need any changes after those 3 days, then you can reach out to me and we can revise for you so that we can get your resume worked out, okay? You will get it in a PDF format, and you will also get it in a Word doc so that you can change it and edit it, okay? So I will leave a link down below with that, all the pricing information. I only write resumes for aviation jobs. So if you want to be a flight attendant, if you want to be a ground ops, if you want to be something like that. Although I don't really recommend it for customer service, just because the only reason I recommend it for flight attendant is because the jobs are so many people apply for them. It's easier to get a job in customer service or as a ground agent just because less people apply for those positions, and they're usually applying all the time. Applications are always open all the time, but flight attendant positions are a lot more competitive. So I definitely recommend hiring somebody for that. If you want to hire me to do it for customer service or ground reservations, whatever, I definitely can. But I lean more towards flight attendant because, like I said, those are more competitive, okay? So that is my application or my resume writing service. So the other tip that I want to give you guys is, if you have not done so already, as I mentioned before, when these applications open for airlines, especially Southwest, you only have like an hour tops, if you're lucky, okay, to complete the application process. You can go into the Southwest website right now, today, okay, even if they're not hiring for a flight attendant position, you can build your profile now. You can upload your resume now, or I don't know if you can upload your resume, but I know when I did mine, I had it already ready to go with my cover letter on my desktop. My profile was already done, so all I had to do was literally drag and drop my resume. Southwest doesn't do that thing where you gotta put in your resume and then to go fill out the application too, because that takes forever. You literally drag and drop your resume and hit submit, okay? So you wanna make sure that you have all that set up so that when it's go time, like, you're ready to go, okay? So definitely look at that. Oh, the other thing I wanna tell you guys, in your resume, I see this so many times. If you're going to do a professional, first of all, if you're going to do a career summary or professional summary, do the professional summary about your experience. They don't need to know like your background. I have seen so many people say that in their cover letters or in their resumes, I'm a mom, I'm a this. Honestly, and I mean this with the nicest, I'm gonna say this is the nicest way possible. They don't care, okay? They don't care that you're a mom. They don't care that you own a bakery. This is not like, this is a professional job application, okay? Your job should be tailored, or your resume should be tailored towards this particular job, okay? That's what they care about. They don't care that you love to travel. They don't care that you've been to 30 different countries. They don't care about that. So save that for if you want to drop it maybe in your interview, fine, okay? But that doesn't go on your resume, okay? The worst thing that you can do is put on your resume or in your career objective of why you want to work for that airline is because you like to travel and you want to fly. That is the quickest way, okay, to get your resume tossed right in the trash, okay? Because they're looking for people who actually want to be there because they love serving people. They love hospitality. They want to uphold safety. They do not want people who are there for the flight benefits. So remove that from your resume. If it's in your resume, please take it out now. If you don't do anything else from this video, take that out, okay? If you guys have any other questions about tips and tricks for things to put on your resume, definitely leave them in the comment section below. If you guys are not already subscribed to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure to turn on notifications if you do not have them on already. And thank you so much for supporting this channel, you guys. I am 2 weeks left until I am officially off of probation. I appreciate you guys rocking with me so far throughout this entire journey. We have a lot of changes coming up on this channel starting in December when your girl is officially off of probation, and I'm so excited to share them with you guys. I think you guys are going to love the direction in which this channel is going because it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, see you in the jump seat.